Hey everybody, Paintmarine here. So I'm bringing another Workbench video to you. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but it's, like I said, it's been a while, so the reason why I'm bringing this in is because of the repulsor. It should be a pretty quick video, and basically this is an assembly tip when you come to put the repulsor together. Now, what this tip is going to hopefully help with, and what I found to work quite well, is when you assemble it, the way that the instructions go about is not the best, and the reason for that is in this front corner, usually in this area, you'll get a gap, and on, let's see, this particular one, let's see if you can, yeah, like right there, I've kind of fixed it somewhat. There's kind of a glare, but there was a pretty good gap right there. And my other one, which is now painted, which I fixed with green stuff because I had a pretty big gap. That was the first one I put together. But yeah, now I've got 4 of these babies all together, and my 4th one I'm currently putting together. And while I was putting it together, I was like, you know what? Let me showcase this on the Workbench to give tips to anybody else. Hopefully you find this video before you start putting it together. I mean, the Primaris have been out for a little while now, the Repulsor as well, so I'm sure a lot of people have already made this same mistake. And I've seen it shared before as well, since I figured it out in different groups and things. But anyway, I thought I would just show a quick video. It's a pretty easy fix, but yeah, well, let's dive into it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you is the instruction booklet that comes with it, and particularly the part that kind of causes to set you up for failure, I guess. And it's right here in the very beginning. So as you see, these little, I don't know what you call them, these little support beams or whatever for what is the repulsor grav plate things. It has you go ahead and like glue them, and then as you see here, just glue them into place. And then there they are. The problem with that though is, fast forward over here, this section, so right here when you go to put these side plates on, because that piece is already there, it pushes this front corner out, so then you get a gap like right here where these all meet, and with the glue, like you either would have to try to get clamps or rubber bands or something like that to try to correct that. But there's an easier way, much easier way to do all that without having to sit there and hold it, or get rubber bands or clamps or anything like that. Because I know one of the issues that can be is, I mean, if you're trying to hold it there, one, you have to hold it there, and two, if you're using plastic glue, which, I mean, honestly you should be, but you run the risk of it leaking out and then getting fingerprints basically burned into the plastic with that plastic glue. So yeah, so I got a model here all set up, ready to show you kind of what I'm talking about here. Okay, so here it is. So I've kind of went ahead and assembled quite a bit on it, and so as just kind of a demonstration to show you what I'm talking about, I'll go ahead and take this off. So this is a cool little kind of other turret that I kind of made, so I don't have to have a crewman sticking his head up out of there. But let me get this kind of out of the way for now. And as you see, I've already glued one side on, and you can see it's got a nice connection there. There's no gap or anything, and I also don't have the I guess these support beam things in there yet. So here's the one that goes on that side. So I haven't put these in there yet, and I'll show you why. So if we come over to this side, and as a demonstration, as if we were going to follow the instructions exactly, so this would go in here like that. So there it is, it fits. I'm going to try to hold this and put the side plate on here for you so you can see. Kind of harder to do with the camera sitting in front of you. There we go. All right. So there, as you see, there it is. It's on. And then we come to the front. And see, this is with like really no pressure on it. There's that nice sized gap. Now I can push on it and everything starts to kind of click together. But every time I let go, it just pops back out. I can push again and pops back out. And even if I don't, like, well, then the other side. But if you're gluing all this, like the rest of this clicks in pretty good, nice and snug, and there's just this front corner pops up. So I keep pushing, and there's a good amount of resistance there. So I mean, I could sit here and glue it and hold it, and then there's just all kinds of issues that you could run into trying to do that. So the easy fix to this is, like, don't glue this part in there. Go ahead and do this back part. The back part's fine, so you can put those support structures in, as well as the front. You actually have to have the front so you can do the top section and then get the sides on. And then, as I've done already here, go ahead and glue this. Glue the side on, because then once it dries, all you gotta do, slide the front part in, kind of slide the bottom in, and boom, there we are. Pops right in. You got a nice seam. Everything's glued nice and tightly. You know, that's in there nice and tight. It's all glued perfect. Like, that is the order of operations that this should be done in, so you don't get that gap. Really easy fix. So hope you find this tip useful. I definitely think it is. I wish I would have known this about my first two that I had done before I had all this extra work to try to fix the gaps. But at least 2 of my 4 are now looking good. Another thing I can show you is this here. So the new bases, a lot of people, I don't like to like glue these bases on there, just, I don't know, because it makes it harder to paint, even though it's just kind of a color. So I've done, as you can kind of see here, I got a stack of magnets right there. So what I did to the base, which has this kind of rotating thing, so you can set it up so the tank looks level, or you can kind of do this twist, and then it kind of puts the tank kind of sitting at an angle, I guess. But either way, it doesn't glue on, so it's 2 parts. So all I did is I stuck some magnets down in there, filled it full of super glue, and then then you has these little notches on it. Line the notches up there, found them to line up, and then there you go, they click. And then I just dropped a magnet on the top there and dropped a couple more just to increase the strength a little bit of the magnets. And there it is. The flying base is nice and snug and secure. It's not going anywhere, not anywhere easily anyway. But I can, drop it, pick it up, move it, do whatever. And if I want to take the base off, I can. It's not a permanent fixture. And then, once everything is said and done, obviously you can't see the magnets. So yeah, so that's the end of this video. Again, I hope you find those tips useful, and until next time.